You won't believe this. A crazy 88% of people in the workforce admit to procrastinating for at least an hour every single day. That's insane, right? That's not just a tiny bit of, oh, I'll get to it later. Nope. That's a huge chunk of our time, our energy, our potential just poof, vanishing like sand through our fingers into the land of maybe tomorrow. And get this, about 1 in 4 adults, we're talking chronic procrastinators. If you just did a little nervous chuckle and thought, OMG, that's me, then you're in the right place. Because we're about to figure out why your brain loves hitting the snooze button on your life's most important tasks. If you clicked this video, you've been there, locked in a staring contest with a deadline, and the deadline actually blinked first, because you were off watching cat videos, classic. And let me let you in on a little secret. Procrastination isn't just you being lazy or undisciplined. No way! That's way too simple. It's much sneakier than that. Often it's your brain acting like this crazy bodyguard trying to protect you from feelings that suck, like boredom, frustration, anxiety, or that nagging fear of not being good enough, but doing it in a totally counterproductive way. Turns out it's more about handling your emotions than managing your time. So when you're faced with a task that just feels, awful, your brain literally throws a fit and runs off to the playground of distractions. Today we're not just going to understand this inner drama, we're going to give it a total rewrite. We'll unpack the 3 biggest, most convincing lies you tell yourself to keep this cycle going. And more importantly, we'll give you a 3-step fix for each fast. The goal? To help you reclaim your time and sanity, and do it fast. Lie #1. I work better under pressure. Ah yes, the glorious battle cry of the deadline warrior. You paint this awesome picture of yourself, totally thriving in chaos, like a phoenix rising from the ashes of almost missed due dates. You're not a procrastinator, oh no, you're a pressure-activated genius asterisk, aren't you? That adrenaline rush, the ticking clock, that's your secret sauce, your creative fuel. You probably imagine this cool movie montage where you, powered by lukewarm coffee and sheer grit, bang out your masterpiece just in the nick of time. Okay, let's hit pause on that heroic soundtrack for a sec. The not-so-glamorous truth? This lie is often a really well-made costume for some pretty common fears. Fear of not meeting expectations, fear that the task is too hard, or even fear of success and whatever comes next. That pressure you supposedly rock? It's usually just the point where the absolute terror of asterisk not doing the task at all asterisk, finally, asterisk just barely asterisk beats out the anxiety of asterisk doing it imperfectly asterisk or facing the discomfort head on. It's less about peak performance and more like a frantic last-ditch scramble to avoid total disaster. Like a student trying to learn a whole semester's worth of material the night before a final. Insane, as author Tim Urban brilliantly puts it with his instant gratification monkey and panic monster. You're basically waiting for the panic monster to roar loud enough to scare that distraction-loving monkey up a tree, forcing you to finally grab the steering wheel. But by then the work is often rushed, super stressful, and rarely your actual best. You've just made crisis mode your normal. It's time to call this lie's bluff with a 3-step takedown. Step 1. Expose the asterisk. Real asterisk time cost. That report you swear only takes an hour when the heat is on. For 1 week I want you to be a time detective. Seriously, track how long tasks actually take when you're in that pressure cooker mode. Be brutally honest. Use a timer. Don't just vaguely say update the website. Get specific. Draft and post the job description for the freelance web designer. You'll probably find out your 1-hour miracle is more like a 3-hour frenzy. And the quality? Maybe not as amazing as you like to think. This lie loves it when you're blind to time. Let's give it some 20/20ths vision. Step 2. Manufacture controlled urgency with micro deadlines. Don't wait for the real panic button deadline to show up. Break down that monster project into the smallest possible bits, like dismantling a giant Lego castle one tiny brick at a time. Give each tiny piece an almost ridiculously close, non-negotiable deadline. Think, draft the intro paragraph in the next 25 minutes. Go. The Pomodoro technique is your best friend here. 25 minutes of focused work, then a 5-minute break. Rinse and repeat. This creates that feeling of urgency but in a manageable, low-stress way, letting you tap into focus without the looming sense of doom. Step 3. Reward the micro wins, not just the final panic-fueled push. Our brains are wired for rewards. If the only reward you get is the sheer relief of just barely hitting a deadline after tons of stress, you're just reinforcing the panic cycle. Let's flip that. Finish that 25-minute Pomodoro on your introduction, boom! Instant mini reward. Stand up, stretch, listen to one song, grab a piece of fruit. Train your brain that steady, early effort brings good stuff. Like teaching a puppy with small, immediate treats for good behavior. It's not just about avoiding failure. Make progress itself the treat. Lie #2. I'll feel more like doing it later. I need to be in the right mood. Oh, this one. This is that sweet, tempting whisper from the part of your brain that just wants comfort and hates effort. Like a siren song luring your productivity ship onto the rocks. The vibes just aren't right for tackling that budget spreadsheet today. Or maybe, my creative muse is clearly on a spa day. I can't possibly write that crucial email until she returns all refreshed and bringing me inspiration. You're waiting for this magical alignment of motivation, energy, and the perfect background playlist that, let's be real, almost never shows up on command. Like expecting all the traffic lights on your commute to turn green simultaneously, not happening. This is procrastination in its purest. I don't want to feel that form. The task staring you down probably triggers feelings of boredom, difficulty, overwhelm, inadequacy, or even, why do I have to do this? You might be dodging it because it doesn't offer instant gratification, or because you're subtly scared of confirming a fear, like the fear that you're not smart enough to do it well. So you tell yourself you'll do it when you feel like it. Sneaky, right? That's basically saying, I'll do it when the bad feelings magically go away. But here's the thing, motivation usually follows action, not the other way around. Waiting for the right mood is like waiting for a train at a bus stop. You're gonna be there a long, long time. Remember, procrastination is mostly an emotion regulation thing. Let's take this myth apart with a practical, mood doesn't matter approach. Step 1. Acknowledge the feeling, then politely show at the door. Okay, so you feel unmotivated, bored, anxious, annoyed. Fine. Validate the feeling. Hello, resistance, I see you. Then, gently but firmly, tell that feeling that it doesn't get to call the shots today, like a bouncer escorting an unhelpful heckler out of your mental nightclub. Ask yourself, what am I really trying to avoid by putting this off? Is it the task itself or the feeling I connect with it? Just naming the emotion can often dial down its power. Step 2. Launch the 2-minute or 5-minute assault. This little trick is genius. Popularized by James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. It's all about making the task so ridiculously easy to start that it's actually harder to avoid it. The rule is, when you start a new habit, or tackle a task you're dreading, the very first part should take less than 2 minutes. Want to write that report? Just open the document and write one sentence, that's it. Need to clean the kitchen? Just load one dish into the dishwasher. The goal is to sneak past your brain's initial nope button, like dipping your toe into a cold pool. That first tiny action makes it much easier to take the plunge. Often that activation energy just getting started is the biggest hurdle. Once you're moving, it's way easier to keep moving. Step 3. Prioritize action and momentum over initial perfection. Perfectionism is a sneaky partner in crime to the right mood lie. You put off starting because you're waiting for that perfect bolt of inspiration to create a flawless masterpiece right out of the gate. Ditch that idea. Give yourself clear permission to produce a terrible first draft, a discovery draft, or even just a brain dump. Think of it like a sculptor starting with a rough block of clay. The refinement comes later. The only goal here is to get engaged with the task and build some momentum. You can always tweak, edit, and polish later. An imperfect start is infinitely better than a perfect non-start. This one's a master of disguise, dressing up procrastination in the fancy clothes of high standards and dedication to quality. I'm not putting it off, you declare with an air of serious diligence. I'm meticulously preparing Or, I can't possibly send this yet. It needs more research, more tweaking, more something. You're not delaying, you're on a noble quest for the legendary holy grail of utter perfection, which, by the way, always seems to be just over the next hill. While truly caring about quality is great, the perfectionist lie, when it comes to procrastination, is often a clever defense against the fear of judgment, criticism, or failure. If the project is never finished, it can never really be judged, can it? It's like an artist who keeps adding just one more brushstroke to avoid the gallery opening. This endless polishing or information gathering becomes the procrastination itself, stopping you from ever reaching the finish line. You get stuck in a loop of not quite good enough yet, which is a surprisingly comfy, yet quicksand-like place to hide from the scary act of actually being done. The irony? This chase for perfection often leads to worse results, because tasks get rushed at the last minute anyway, or opportunities just plain get missed. Time to swap that paralyzing chase for perfection for the liberating power of good enough and done. Step 1. Define done and good enough asterisk. Before asterisk you even start, vague goals are a perfectionist procrastinator's dream playground, an endless sandbox with no actual castle to build. Before you type a single word or make a single calculation, clearly define what a finished version of the task looks like. Not the version that wins a Nobel Prize, but the version that realistically and properly meets the main requirements. What are the absolute must-have elements for this task to be called complete? Write them down. This is your finish line, not some horizon of flawlessness that keeps moving further away. Step 2. Schedule polishing time as an asterisk. Separate asterisk task. If your inner perfectionist is screaming that good enough isn't, well, good enough, try this. Commit to getting a version 1.0 inches, a complete working draft done by a specific earlier deadline. Then, asterisk schedule, a separate time-boxed slot asterisk for refining and polishing asterisk after asterisk. Version 1.0 is complete. This respects your desire for quality but stops it from wrecking the initial act of completion. It puts the perfectionist urge in a container, like giving your inner critic a specific, limited appointment rather than letting it follow you around all day. Step 3. Practice radical self-compassion and reframe imperfection as iteration. So, your first attempt isn't going to change the world. That's okay. Actually, it's totally normal. Perfectionists are often terrified of anything that even smells like failure. Instead of beating yourself up for an outcome that isn't flawless, treat it as a chance to learn, like a scientist learning from every experiment. What can you improve next time? What did you learn from this version? Remember that perfect is often the enemy of good, and almost always the enemy of done. Get comfortable with the idea that progress happens in stages, like learning to ride a bike. You might wobble, but each attempt teaches you something. Occasional imperfect results don't define your worth or your skills. The real cost to think about is the cost of never finishing because you're too busy chasing some impossible ideal. So there they are. The big 3. Procrastination excuses. I work better under pressure. I'll do it when I'm in the mood. And I'm just being a perfectionist, aiming for excellence. But now you see them for what they really are. Clever, self-tricking stories our brains cook up to dodge uncomfortable feelings. And more importantly, you're now armed with ways to fight back. The time masquerade bust, to get real about your time. The mood is a myth maneuver, to act no matter how you feel. And the good enough gateway, to finally let yourself finish things. Alright, truth time. Which of these 3 lies is your brain's absolute favorite? Go to excuse. Drop it in the comments below. Let's make this a no-judgment zone and share our experiences. We've all been there, trust me. And hey, if this video sparked an aha moment or gave you a practical tool you can actually use, do me a favor and smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell for more ways to outsmart your own brain. And if you know someone, a friend, a colleague, maybe even your past self, who really needs to hear this, share the wisdom. You know who I'm talking about. Do it! At the end of the day, beating procrastination isn't about magically turning into some super efficient, emotionless productivity robot. Not even close. It's about getting to know yourself better, understanding the real reasons you delay, showing yourself a bit more kindness, and committing to small, consistent actions that build momentum, like tending a garden where small, consistent efforts lead to growth. It's about realizing that 94% of people who procrastinate say it makes them unhappy. So this isn't just about getting more done, it's about feeling better. You have the power to change these patterns. You absolutely have got this. Now, maybe, just maybe, go tackle one small part of that thing you've been avoiding. After you close this tab, of course, you can do it.